On behalf of Team Quaestor, I want to welcome you to the Kroc Transformational Leaders Workshop 2020. In light of all that has happened across the globe with regard to COVID-19 and its effects particularly on the collegiate experience, we want to thank you for taking part in this virtual journey in leadership development. As a member of Team Kroc, I want to express my gratitude to all of our headquarters staff, our faculty members, and most importantly you, as an undergraduate, for being understanding of this new learning environment in Sigma Chi. This particular leadership development environment pertains to the financial management of your chapter. The Quaestor position requires a unique combination of skill sets and ethical standards to ensure a successful term of office. While all the positions in the fraternity require certain leadership skills and their own technical skills, the position of Quaestor is unique in its demand for financial management skills, its connection to sensitive information regarding members and outside entities, and the ability to manage relationships and finances simultaneously. This position requires a high level of organization, a commitment to daily, weekly, and monthly tasks, and an untiring commitment to maintain accurate and timely records. The goal of this learning module is to introduce the skill sets and ethical standards required of you as the financial manager of your chapter. We begin our officer training with the importance of understanding the responsibilities and skill sets required of the Quaestor. Those responsibilities require the Quaestor to understand the ritualistic obligations of the office and the ethical standards demanded of a financial manager in Sigma Chi. To collect and preserve all monies due to the chapter and disperse money as needed and directed by the chapter in a timely manner using sound financial principles. To prepare a budget at the beginning of your term to be presented to the Financial Committee and the Executive Committee of the chapter for approval. To record all financial transactions of the chapter using a legitimate bookkeeping system. To ensure all monies owed to the chapter are collected on time and enforce collection procedures for overdue accounts, and to further ensure that all of the chapter's financial obligations are met by their due dates. To provide the Executive Committee, Financial Committee, Chapter Advisor, Grand Praetor, Grand Quaestor, and Headquarters with the appropriate weekly, monthly, semi-annual, or annual reports as required by the ritualistic statutes, bylaws, and/or standard operating procedures of the fraternity in a timely manner. To ensure all state and federal reports, such as tax reports, are prepared and submitted by the appropriate due dates. To attend all relevant Sigma Chi officer trainings with regard to the position of Quaestor. And also to hold yourself and all members accountable to the Sigma Chi Oath of Initiation, particularly the financial obligation that every Sigma Chi has taken upon himself. In addition to understanding the responsibilities and skill sets required of the Quaestor, it is imperative to adhere to a set of ethical standards related to the position. As Quaestor, you should follow these ethical standards during the term of your office. The first is privacy and confidentiality. The Office of Quaestor requires the gathering and maintaining of personal and private information of Sigma Chi members, affiliates, vendors, and other persons. Quaestors are expected to respect the privacy and confidentiality of all persons and entities with which the chapter interacts. Quaestors are to take reasonable measures to maintain confidentiality, share or transmit information only to authorized individuals through reasonably secure services, and to seek ethical action with respect to the best interests of individuals and the fraternity. The second is application of ritualistic statutes. It is incumbent upon Quaestors to understand the role of their office as prescribed by the ritual and the standard operating procedures of the Sigma Chi fraternity. Per ritualistic statutes, the Quaestor shall collect and disperse funds of the chapter as they may direct, maintain accurate records of receipts and disbursements, and provide accurate and timely reporting to the chapter and the Grand Quaestor. The Quaestor is to deliver all monies and financial records at the request of an audit committee, at the end of each term, or at the conclusion of their term of office. The third ethical standard is competence. Oversight of chapter monies requires Quaestors to have particular competencies in financial management. Quaestors should already possess or have the desire to obtain the following competencies pertaining to the office of Quaestor: having a general understanding of handling monies and working with financial institutions, having a basic understanding of budgeting chapter assets and liabilities, maintaining accurate member accounts and ledger accounts, keeping accurate records of monies owed to persons or other entities and paying them promptly, reconciling and auditing cash accounts and ledger accounts to maintain accuracy, understanding their limits of competency and seeking proper training when necessary, using strategic thinking to leverage insights and experience to develop new ideas, accept accountability for responsibilities they delegate to others, to resist persuasion by others to engage in conduct or activities that conflict with the ritualistic statutes, standard operating procedures, chapter bylaws, or applicable local, state, or federal laws or regulations. And the fourth and last ethical standard is training and continuance. Quaestors are responsible for effectively and efficiently transitioning into and out of their duties of office. They are to obtain the appropriate knowledge and experience required to perform those duties. Quaestors follow, adapt, and develop procedures that provide continuity from one Quaestor to another. That continuity includes, as Quaestor-elect, making yourself familiar with the duties of the office before your installation. You must also be willing to become familiar with the current financial position of the chapter. While you're holding the office of Quaestor, you should keep accurate records and procedures of the chapter finances so that you can help train your successor on those current financial procedures and systems. This concludes the overview of the position of Quaestor. These topics will be covered in greater detail in future modules. For more information on the roles, responsibilities, and ethical standards of the Quaestor position, check out the online resources available through sigmachi.org, your chapter officer SharePoint files, or from your own chapter records if available. Remember to take part in the online discussion related to Module 1 of your officer training with your facilitator and the members of your Quaestor group.